Hey guys, John here from etrailer.com, and today I want to talk to you about the Rock Tamers for our 2020 F-250. This is designed for a 2.5-inch hitch, and it helps prevent any debris that's going to be coming up from our rear tires hitting something that we're towing, whether it's a boat trailer, just a travel trailer, utility trailer. It helps protect what we're towing behind us. This here actually installs on a ball mount, and so we don't have to install anything physically on our truck. When we're done towing, we take out our ball mount and this comes with it, so our pickup looks factory. We're not messing with anything. We do have multiple ways to adjust these to fit our specific application. The first thing I like to point out that we can adjust are the arms right here. If we loosen up these bolts a little bit, we can actually move these arms in and out just to give us the exact amount. Maybe we want it a little bit further in, maybe a little further out, depending on the type of trailer that we're towing, or maybe we have dual wheels on our F-250. I'll tighten that back up. And this is for both arms. When we're installing this, we do want to make sure that we have these centered, that we have the same amount of length of this bar pointing out on either side. The other point of adjustment are these arms physically. So if I loosen this up, we can point this down a little bit. With these loosened up, this will swing out, but we can point it down if we need it a little lower. We can put it right up against our bumper if we want it at that angle. Let me just tighten this back up. And that's done. One last point I'd like to point out here as far as adjustment goes are these bolts down here by the collar. These actually help keep this tight up against our ball mount, so when we loosen them, we can adjust it in and out. So maybe we want it to sit a little further away from our ball mount, or maybe up against our hitch receiver. So you do have that freedom. I would like to point out that you do need to be mindful of what ball mount that you're installing this on, because we need at least 1 inch from the very end of our receiver out to the upright of our ball mount. We need at least 1 inch for this to fit. Otherwise, we might need to look into getting a different ball mount. Today we have the B&W Tow and Stow, just a great ball mount for this application and for towing trailers. Just a few last points here before we wrap it up. You know, we might be thinking that these sit pretty close to our bumper, and we don't want these bolts that we use to attach the mud flaps themselves to the brackets. We don't want that scratching up the bumper. Well, Rock Tamer gives us these caps put on here. They're kind of like a rubbery plastic, and so even if for some reason this were to go back and make contact with our bumper, we don't have to worry about it scratching anything up. Rock Tamers does recommend having at least 3 to 4 inches of ground clearance here. And so if these sit lower than what we need, we actually have the ability to modify these. So there's different holes here that we can cut the mud flap to the correct height that we need, and then we have a hole punch to punch out that hole, holes that run along the length here for these bolts. So we can adjust the height as well, and as it pertains to our pickup. But that's going to complete our look at the Rock Tamers for our 2020 F-250. Thanks for watching.